Welcome back to Jungle Gym Aquatics. Today we're going to look at my 13 aquariums in 13 minutes. Today we're going to do all 13 of my aquariums in 13 minutes. So we'll first walk into the office where I've got 2 aquariums. This is our office. Up here we've got an 80-gallon lowboy. It's hooked up to that marine land right down there. And what we're doing with it right now is we're getting it ready for some snapping turtles. I got it from a pet shop, so there's some scratches and everything like that on there. And we're trying to cycle it. That's why we got all these, we got the minnows in here, the rosy red minnows. We got we got some guppies in there. We got everything like that. We're trying to cycle it. It's been set up for almost a week at this point. But you know, I go in there and I put in some filter floss and everything like that. That was from another aquarium, but that'll get good. I'll change the water soon. Hopefully get some of these tannins out. So that is my 80-gallon right there. Below the 80-gallon, we've got this 33 long. Those little fellas right there are what that 80-gallon is for. Those are 2 of my 4 snapping turtles. I just walked in the morning, it's like 6:15, and they are hungry, because they're always hungry. They get these mealworms down there. They're the super worms from Petco. They're gigantic. They're not quite the size of my pinky, but they're pretty doggone big. Here we've got the heat lamp and the UVB, and we've got a couple of different lights to put onto the lid just so we can see in there nicely. I like this setup. I'm gonna keep this setup, but I'm gonna use, I'm gonna get rid of the snapping turtles, obviously. They're gonna go up there. I'm probably gonna put some barbs in here or something. I don't know, maybe just some rosy barbs, because I do like those. I think they're an underrated fish. But yeah, these guys are gonna get out of there. They're gonna go up there. I'm not necessarily sure what I'm gonna do with all those feeder fish, but I think the turtles have some idea as to what they're gonna do with those feeder fish. So that's my 33 long, also in the office. For my next 2, we have to walk through the warehouse, which is starting to get cleaned up after our move into here. I haven't been in here yet today. We got this door to this door, and then that leads into my actual office, where we've got this aquarium, which we'll talk about in a moment. And then we've got this little aquarium right over here. This is a little, I think it's a 3.5 gallon, I don't recall. Inside of here, I've got a couple of mystery snails. I'm not sure where they are. Turn the light on, maybe we'll see them. That's an old mystery snail. He's no longer alive. I think you can see him towards the back there. Let's see, yeah, there he is, right back there. You could kind of see one of them. They might both be back there. Unfortunately, one of those feeder fish died on delivery the other day, so I threw it in here for them. All right, that's my little 3.5 gallon right next to my Keurig. Over here, we got this big 92-gallon corner aquarium. As you can see, it's got my blood parrots in there. There are 4 blood parrots in here. There's 2 pair. I'm not sure where the 4th blood parrot is. Usually either in this cave right, oh, there, sticking out from the log right there. This is bigger than it looks. It's like 3 feet deep on both sides. That big one and that one down there are a pair, and then the other 2 are. They've been trying to lay eggs again, which they lay eggs every few months. Unfortunately, nothing can happen with them because the males can't fertilize them. So anyway, this I've got just tons of filtration on. I've got that little power head with a sponge filter, and then down here we have this big Eheim. It's a top fin, but it's an Eheim. Even it's got an app, which is kind of silly, but even when I go onto my my Bluetooth, it says Eheim. All right, that's my 92-gallon corner aquarium. All right, now we're at my home aquariums. We'll still keep doing the 13 and 13 minutes. This one's a little different. It's a 20-gallon long. Here's Randy. Hi, Randy girl. It's actually got a hamster in there. Her name's Hammy Andy. She's just coming out for a little bit. I just woke her up. She's kind of probably pretty mad at me, but she's a cute little Jungarian dwarf hamster. She's almost 2 years old, or she is exactly 2 years old. Well, February I got her of 2023. So yeah, she's just about 2. There we go. Now she's focused on. That's her. She's an albino Jungarian dwarf hamster. She does have red eyes. I know she's not really white, but they call her a albino anyway. But for 2 years old, she's doing all right. And that's her aquarium. Again, I know it's a little different, but it still counts as an aquarium. And there's Randy. She's going to yell at her. I didn't mean to focus on her so long. She's just never ever this active when I'm actually out doing stuff here. She's eating away. All right, moving on. Above Hammy Andy, who's still eating her lettuce like a good girl, we have this other 20-gallon long with two of these fancy goldfish in there. I don't dislike these goldfish. I just don't want them in here. Come springtime, when the pond thaws out outside, they're going in there, and that'll clear up this dirty ass tank. They're just big, filthy animals, but I do like them. They're neat looking. I just don't want them in here anymore. I do run that on 2 sponge filters, and there she is, still eating her food. Down here, we've got my bluegill. His name's Kevin. He's really cool too. There's a 55 long. Basically, I do clean it. I do water changes on it every week or every 2 weeks, depends. But you can still see there's a bunch of blackbeard algae, which actually just kind of works and makes it look a lot more like a swamp for him. It's a really neat tank. It does have all this floating, I think it's water wisteria. I don't remember what it is. But there's Kevin. I didn't name him. My buddy Mark named him. You guys should check out his channel. I'll link it below. Anyhow, that's him. He's really cool. He's starting to. He's got a little color on him. He's pretty big. He won't show you the side of himself, but he's probably about 9 inches long. But there he is, looking all dope. All right, that's him. This thing runs on these power heads. I got 2 of those again with that, and then air stones and stuff. That's Kevin. Here's my 29-gallon. It's got some blue, electric blue Aquariums. It's got 2 of those. Last time I showed my room, they were actually over in a different 20-gallon long. It's also got these Bolivian rams. There's 3 of those in there. There were 4 of them up until about a week ago. One of them died. I've got a couple of these. I think I've got a couple tiger bar. Yeah, there's another one right there. And I've still got these black neon tetras in here somewhere. Black neon tetras are the oldest fish in my fish room. There's one of them right back there. There's the other one. And then somewhere in here, I have an old female electric blue Acara. There she is, right behind that rock. There she comes. I've had her for a while. She's pretty old. She's lost a lot of her color and everything like that, but she's still cool. She comes out and eats. She just sleeps behind that rock most of the time. I've got this big tiger lotus in there. I've got all these plants coming out of there, up to and including this new monstera. So that's my 29-gallon. Here's my other 29-gallon, and this houses the other 2 snapping turtles, just like the snapping turtles I have at the office. There's one of them. He's the biggest one that I've got. He's probably about the size of my hand, which you all don't know how big my hand is, but I don't know how big my hand is either. I just think it's a normal size hand. The other one's back there on that rock. You can kind of see him right about, where is he? About there. And then there's my nearite snail. For whatever reason, they have not touched that nearite snail. There we go. We'll go above the lid. I do keep this water pretty low just because otherwise it all condenses on the lid and then drops down. So I like to keep the lid open. It does, unfortunately, at that point start to evaporate the water, but it's just a vicious cycle. But that's my 29. That was my 2 snapping turtles. They'll be going into the 80-gallon in no time. This is one of my favorite aquariums. This is my 90-gallon. This has got a bunch of cichlids and just a bunch of neat things in here. There's some silver dollars right there, some red hook. That one looking pretty good. I don't know what's up with his gill plate. It's red, very red. It's much more so than the other one, so I don't know if he's like a male or what. But anyhow, and then I got these roseline sharks. I got a bunch of these polar parrots. They probably have more babies. They always have babies down here in this rock, and then the other ones have them in that cave right over there. I got my big blood parrot, this gold severum, and then this green severum. And then there's a firemouth back there. He's actually kind of a weenie. Everybody talks about them being like semi-aggressive, but he always hides. And then I do have a few of these Colombian red and blue tetras still in here. I think 3 of those left. So that's my 90 gallon. And above that, I've got these peace lilies. They are starting to bloom. All right, that's my 90 gallon. And this is my 20 gallon misfit tank. Basically, it just houses a bunch of just random leftover fish, which I know sounds awful, but I've got like this one last platy. I've got that one last cardinal tetra. That might be, no, that's a cardinal. And then I've got that one last harlequin rasbora back there. And then right over here, oh, where'd you go? I have a red-eye tetra somewhere in here. The only thing I've purposely put in here recently are those panda cories. I've got 6 of them in here. You can see 3 of them right there, and then there's 2 more right there. I don't know where the 6th one is. He's always hard to find, but every time I come down here to count them, they all show up. And then there's a couple of clown plecos. Oh, there's that red-eye tetra. The clown plecos usually live in that, whatever it is, cholla wood or whatever you call it, back there, and that one, and then all over the place around here, but I rarely see them. They're in there, and I got this dwarf lettuce, or tiger lotus, growing in there. That's my 20 long misfit tank. This is my 3.5 gallon fish bowl. This one might be a little difficult to show you what I got going on. Some oh, actually, there we go, right there. There are some little tiny fry right here. I'm not sure if you can see them or not, but they're in there. Yeah, you can see them bouncing around a little bit. Cool. I didn't think we'd be able to see them. Anyway, they're the polar parrots that I had over in that 90 gallon. That's their fry. I actually pulled some out this time. I don't normally do that, but I did. Yeah, there you go. They're moving around. Right to the left of that that heater down there. There we go. Now you can see them. Of course, now they're not going to move. But those are the polar parrot fry in here for now. Once they grow up, I'll probably give 1 or 2 to my buddy, and then I don't know. They become great dither fish. And finally, we got the big 6-foot aquarium. This is my 125 with my 2 Oscars. This guy's name is Johnny Winter, named after the blues musician. This guy over here is BB King, also named after the blues musician. He doesn't like me. You can probably tell that right away. Down here, we got my Pseudodonis catfish. I've had him for a long time. And then somewhere around here, there's the common pleco. I'm not sure where he is. He actually is pretty good at height. Oh, there he is in the back. Move, BB. He's not going to move. He just wants to murder me. Here we go. Now you can see him right over here. Ah. There he is. See right there. And then look, there's BB coming over to beat me up again. There's Johnny saying, hey, what the heck's going on? So that's all these guys. That's my 6-footer. There's the fish bowl, the 20 long misfit, the 90, and then all my other tanks. Thank you for watching my 13 aquariums in 13 minutes video. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel. I'd really like to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. If you like the video, please like it. And remember, go be awesome and do awesome things. Thank you all very much. I appreciate you watching.